I'll tell you the one thing, the Aaronson redemption arc starts now. And for me, the loanies, get them gone. But I'm telling you now, watch the Aaronson redemption arc. It happens soon, starting.
I wouldn't.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul. This is the Leeds Therapy. Thank you ever so much for stopping by. Genuinely, I really do appreciate it. Sorry it's been a few days since the last video, but again, as ever, we're getting closer and closer to the 1,000 subscribers. So if you've not done so already, if you could hit the subscribe button for me, if you could like the video as well, because that helps with the algorithm, and any comments that you got, please feel free, leave them in the comment section down below. So hopefully you all saw the first little bit of the video, which was during a podcast with Jer and everybody on The View, where I said about the redemption arc for Brenden Aaronson is going to be quite unique. And it would appear that I was 100% correct in the first part, is that I said that I could see him coming back and that I could see him playing in next season's championship push. So what it would appear has happened is that he has he's had a meeting with Farker. They've sat down, had a chat, and he has said that he would like to play and that he would like to try and have some part in, you know, hopefully getting Leeds promoted, which is nice. It would have been nice if he'd have said that last season. But, you know, it is what it is. Now, overall, obviously, he was in the Bundesliga last year. He was with Union Berlin. He had, let me just see, overall, 36 appearances last season, 21 as a sub, and what's that mark out as? 12, 15 as a starter, 2 goals and 2 assists. So, not, do you know what I mean? He didn't light the world alight in the Bundesliga, but he did what he wanted to do. And I've always said from the start that my view on players that didn't have the stomach for the fight in the first instance was that I didn't want them anywhere near the squad again. I didn't want them coming back. I didn't want them being involved. If they were going out on loan again, I just wanted them straight out on loan as quickly as possible, and then that would mean that we wouldn't have to worry about it. We can just get on with where we need to get to. So it's an interesting one, this, because it's almost got a Willy Gnonto feel to it, doesn't it? It almost has that feel of if he gets his head down and he, you know, and he knuckles on with it and he does everything that he needs to do, then, you know, we're all going to love him for it. But, you know, the big thing is that I'm sort of more worried about is it's not the fact of him coming back and doing whatever. It's the physicality of the championship that I'm worried about. And that's going to be, I think, the biggest thing for him to overcome. I mean, when you look at it from stats point of view, his main 4 weaknesses are passing, aerial duels, finishing, and holding on to the ball. And that's something that we all know. But then again, with saying that, in terms of one of the things that he is good at is tackling back. One of the other things that he's very good at is the transitional side of play. I know Lockie, who is phenomenal with the stats thing, did a stills picture of a game at Union Berlin in terms of him beating 3 men and in the space of about 7 seconds turning the defence from pretty much the 18-yard box up to attack in the split of an eye. And that's one of the things that we all know that he is capable of. Obviously, you know, he likes to dribble, he likes to play short passes, gets fouled often is one of the things in terms of his style of play. But if that is the case, it's whether or not those are going to be called in the championship or not, I don't know. He needs to go on the weights is one of the things that I do want to say. Overall, he could be an answer or an alternative to the number 10 spot. Now, everybody remembers Aaronson's best game, and that was against Chelsea. Now, the thing that's funny about that is that he didn't even play in the number 10 spot on that. He played out on the right-hand side. So I think what we're likely to see is a player that is going to be reintegrated back into the squad And who knows, we might get to see the best of Brenden Aaronson. That's what I hope for. I mean, I'm ever the optimist on this, and yes, I know I said that I didn't want any of the rats that went out on loan to come back, and that stands for a couple of players, Rocker being one of them, who literally spent the remainder of last season and all of this sorting out his deal to, in Spain, which just infuriated me, but that's just the way it is. Harrison, I wouldn't want Harrison back if you offered him for free. Genuinely wouldn't want him back. I don't want him back. Him and his mum can stay over in Everton as far as I'm concerned. But it is going to be interesting to see how he plays, how he performs, what he does, how he does it. Is he going to be up to the task? I mean, his ratings out in Germany, in the league, his rating was 6.4 overall for the season, and for the Champions League was 6. So his total average overall is 6.33. I want him to up that a little bit. But then again, we're saying that towards the back end of last season, he actually started to have a bit more influence in the team itself, and he started to come on a little bit towards the back end of the season. Now, that's not me saying that he is, the oracle, and he's perfect and he's gonna do it all right away. There's going to be yet again that adjustment period for a player, but I want him to do well because I like the guy, and I think there is a player in there somewhere. We just need to try and dig him out, and at the same time, he needs to go on the weights, because he just has to go on the weights. There's no two ways about it, and just hopefully, mentally, he might be a bit of a different type of player. I think he's been humbled a little bit. Just Joe mentioned it, and I have to agree with him. I think he has been humbled a little bit, whereas in the past he may have thought that the Championship was too low of a standard for him. It's that thing for me. You have now the opportunity to paint yourself in immortality. It will always be tainted because you were really, really keen to jump ship really, really quickly, but there is now the option for you to get that little level of immortality by getting the club promoted, and it'll go a long way to getting people to like them again. Look, we all hated Nonto at the start of the season. He was a big crybaby as far as we were all concerned, but look at where we are now. Yes, we're probably going to lose Nonto in the summer, and we all pretty much know that some of us pretty much gone as well. So we just have to temper that with how we feel, but Nonto turned things around. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens and how he gets integrated. I'm optimistic and cautious at the same time. A bit like the Red Bull takeover, optimistic and cautious. But yeah, that was it. I just wanted to give my 2 cents on it. Yes, I'm a day late with it, but I wanted to just digest it a little bit rather than going full emotional on it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you've not done so already, if you could hit the subscribe button. Again, like the video. Really important because that helps with the algorithm, and I'll be back again soon with another video. Take care of each other. Thank you for your time. I really do appreciate it. Cheers.